getting rid of all the panic, all the drama, all the fear, and all the hate on your crypto timeline, and all the irrational optimism at the same time, the market can be summarized very, very simply. The smart money, the people who are wealthy, are buying, and the poor people, retail money, are selling. Let's jump in and have a look. Dan Held says, just like last cycle, there will be several dips in this one. The poor people, the retail money, get confused about this one fact. And it's always shocking in my head when I'm like, of course there's going to be massive pullbacks. This is what the market is. And I'm like, but everyone's going to expect it. And this time people won't panic when the market pulls back. And then the market pulls back and everyone loses their heads and runs around like chickens. And I'm just like, oh, okay, no, maybe this market cycle is going to be perpetual forever, and this is exactly how the retail money and the dumb money actually act. He says, hodl and you'll be rewarded for your conviction. Have a look at this massive run up from Bitcoin in the last cycle. It looks like up only, but when you zoom in, it looks like people panic sold all the way up, having multiple 38, 36, 30% pullbacks the entire way. Mung says, you have to stomach 80% plus drops if you want the 1000x. That's just how it works. You can't make a deal with the universe without giving something of equal value. I'm a strong believer in that. Coming over to the Fear and Greed Index, we talked about this yesterday, but have a look. It's fallen even further. It was down at 25, which was 26 yesterday, which was the yearly low, the lowest the greed has been, and the highest that the fear has been in the past year, and even more. Stretching back all the way to July 2023, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it every single video until the market has turned around. Have a look at the times that you wish you bought in the past. Any low price that has doubled, tripled, quadrupled, you can see the Bitcoin prices there in the light gray, matches up with a fearful retail money, because you have to think the smart money, the institutions, the people who have money, they do have more money than the average person, but the mass of wealth is actually in retail and in the dumb money, because there's so many. 95% of people out there probably classed as retail money, and therefore there's bigger amounts of money in the actual retail money. And you can see down here we've dipped well below the past low down to 20, which in my head I'm like, cool, we can't go very much further. Even if we go to 10, we're there in extreme fear. We're there in the buying opportunity, I personally think, and so do the biggest of brains. Have a look at CZ Binance, multi-billionaire CEO of, or not CEO, I guess founder of Binance. He's replying to Naval's tweet, who also is a billionaire, big Silicon Valley investor, very smart, holistic thinker. Here is his bio, Truth, Love, and Money, really awesome guy. He says, much of investing is avoiding FOMO buying, which is buying at the tops of the Fear and Greed Index, and panic selling. That's what retail is doing right now. CZ Binance says the rest of investing is to do the opposite. Have a look at this fascinating tweet from James Van Straten. This is over a 1 hour period, but he's basically saying, look who is selling. And this is Bitcoin. And anyone who's held their Bitcoin, those tokens, over 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, even 1 year, even 6 months, anyone who's held their Bitcoin for longer than 6 months, there's only $11 of selling going on in that demographic. The smart money, the OGs, the people who knows what's going. The day traders, the panic sellers of people who bought the top, the retail money, the people bought in the last 24 hours, 1 day to 1 week is actually the biggest one. They are the people who are selling their Bitcoin right now. Quinton says retail is panicking. Whales are buying more aggressively than ever, and backs this up with the new whales amount of buying, which is absolutely exponential here since the start of 2025. And you can see that the Bitcoin price has not matched that. Why? Because there's less whales than actual retail who is panicking, and they're going to be buying back at the top just like they did in the last run up. Carl Menger says, breaking record amount of weak hands just got wrecked as tons of short-term Bitcoin hodlers panic sold at a loss. Bitcoin tourist, Carl refers to this retail dumb money as, leaving the arc is very bullish. Now, who's buying? If the dumb money is selling, who's buying? World Liberty Fi. This is the Trump's DeFi protocol have been buying Ethereum. 1,500 ETH in the last 7 days. Even Donald Trump No, it wasn't Donald Trump. I think it could have been Eric Trump, tweeted out, it's a good time to buy ETH. He also talks about stacking Bitcoin. Ash Crypto says a whale just bought 12,000 Ethereum worth $29 million. While you are panicking, whales are buying. More whales are buying like you have never seen before. This graph goes all the way back to 2019. Look how many whales are actually in there buying right now. Becca says, whales and market makers literally got 90%, should I say? I don't know where that 5 came from. 90% of you convinced alts will never move again. And the only way you'll ever make money is copy trading, Dave Portnoy's pumps and dumps. All while they buy your long-term bags. The institutions, the money makers, the market makers, and the whales, they're all buying your long-term bags, forcing retail out, and therefore going to be the ones who cash in when it goes up. And guess who's going to bail them out with all the profits? Retail again. You've been psyoped bad, bruv. Raoul Pal, who's one of the biggest economists and has made insane amounts of money, talks about he currently has zero cash to add, which a lot of people are in that position. But this is the sweet spot around here, looking at the Solana chart being oversold. Who else is buying? I don't think I need to keep going through these, but you can see BlackRock's, institutions, even governments are stacking, and retail is selling. Have a look at this. These are the influencers we track here on the channel. Crypto God John, who traded $3,000 into multiple millions in the last cycle, just bought into OXO, Desync, Hype, and Buoy. And he bought into those yesterday, having quite a few of them pump, even 30 to 50% because of his purchases. Miles Deutscher, one of the biggest crypto influencers there are, bought Anon, BitTenza, and Sonic. I believe he spent over $1 million in them. Becca also spent over $1 million on Destra, Pinlink, Autos. I personally, I have to follow smart money. I just feel like an idiot if I followed this the dumb money, and I'll show you an exact Punnett square that I mocked up to justify why I'm putting more of my dry capital into crypto. I might actually just do one on the end of this video for you too, because Murad says they will be making movies about what is to come. This is the dark night of the soul. And this is the eye of the, I guess not the eye of Storm, that's supposed to be the calm bit, but this is the chaos before the absolute skyrocket exponential super cycle. And Murad says they'll be making movies about how incredible that is. Pay attention to the coins during the dark night that are dropping the least, that are holding the strongest, and growing holders the fastest. Those are the coins that will skyrocket as soon as market sentiment turns around. And you can see that in like microcosms. As soon as there's some hope or some good news, you'll see some meme coins literally bounce 30% on that day. And it's like they want to go up. It's like holding that beach ball underwater. And then as soon as the environment, the macro lets that happen, they're going to absolutely skyrocket. So I'm going to be buying, and I bought some last night. I bought some SPX. This is Murad's portfolio. It's not actually worth $3 billion. People sent him some scam tokens that aren't actually real. RIP BNB is not one, neither is SafeMars, but his two biggest holds and what he's been shilling non-stop. And I've got a full video, link in description. I'll put it. I did a massive breakdown on all of his holds and which ones that I like and why he likes the ones he likes. But SPX, he holds $18 million worth, and Giga, he holds $1.3 million US worth. And last night I bought some SPX. So today I want to buy some Giga because have a look at this massive pullback. Some other interesting things on Giga too is they have not had a monthly candle be red in the last 13 months. And in order, I think the next month is in about 2 weeks time or 1 week time, maybe 10 days. They have to cross that $900 million level to have their 14th monthly green candle in a row. Do I think they can do it? Yes, I do think they can do it. Do I think they will? I'd bet against if I had to bet, but at least they're going to try. And they pulled it over the line only just minimally in the last month. And so it could be the first red candle, but I'm going to bet that they're going to be trying to turn this thing around and get it up to that green candle. And even, I'm still thinking so small time frame. This is just 2 weeks. If I'm fast forwarding 6 months, I believe in Murad's thesis, and I think that something like GigaChad and SPX and all these other tokens on the top 10 list will do extremely well. And so I'm putting an extra $400,000, $300,000 or $400,000, depending on how much approval I get from the team, into memes and some utility plays through Alex Beck and Crypto God John. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be putting those into. I'm doing a breakdown in Inner Circle today, but I'll be putting it slowly out here on YouTube as well as the market starts to rebound. This is the Punnett square that just makes so much sense to move more dry capital in for me. So in option A, the market crashes. In option B, the market does that 10 to 100x super cycle. Now I can buy $400,000 worth of tokens now at the Pico bottom, fingers crossed, Pico bottom, or I don't buy and just let my current portfolio ride it back up to all-time highs and then cash out once retail comes back in, delusional, and buys everything back up. Now, in the event that I buy $400,000, we'll do don't buy first. So in the event that I don't buy, and the market crashes, well, I've saved $300,000 because it'll probably crash 75% and I didn't lose $300,000 in my purchase. Okay, don't really mind. Not a massive amount of money to me, although it's a decent chunk. It's like, okay, I can do without that. I can build businesses and keep growing, keep learning, and keep attracting more and more money into my life. Or what if the market does 10 to 100x and I didn't buy? Well, technically, I've lost tens of millions of dollars because that's what that money would have turned into. And I am devastated and I look like an absolute idiot because I've been talking about this on YouTube. I've been literally reading Murad's books and studying the thesis, studying the cycle, studying Becker, studying Crypto God John. And it actually happens just like I intuitively felt like it would. But I missed out on all the tens of millions. That would just be dumb. It's like someone talking about Bitcoin in 2011, how it's like revolutionary, but they didn't buy any for themselves. Now, if I do buy 400K and the market crashes another 75%, and it's just an absolute anomaly that some people are calling for, oh, well, I've lost 300K. Again, I'll make it back. I don't really care. Market 10 to 100Xs, well, I feel like an absolute gigabrain. I've been strong in my thesis. I backed myself. I chose wisely, and I'm up tens of millions of dollars. So in my head, it's like, okay, well, I definitely need to buy because it's either I don't care or I feel incredible. Not I don't care or I feel terrible. So I'm optimizing for the upside. Now, what am I going to buy? I'm going to buy some GigaChad today. Of course, I'm going to be using our Solana bot, Archie, the best Solana wallet in the business. We've got a lot of awesome features coming, including smart orders where you can set targets on where you want to buy and sell your tokens. We have an affiliate program where you can go and earn money for anyone you refer. We also have dedicated token links. So for example, I'll leave the link in the description below. There's a dedicated token link that'll take you straight to the GigaChad page. So if I go open Telegram, you can see it's literally opened the buy page right there on Telegram, where I can come in and buy something like 75 Solana worth of GigaChad, and then Archie's going to go out and buy that for me, literally update it within seconds. Super easy. I don't know of a quicker way to buy tokens, especially from a YouTube video. Click, 2 clicks like that. Absolutely incredible. So if you don't have Archie installed, there's a lot of awesome reasons why you should be. Have a funded Archie wallet, including giveaways where you can earn some of Murad's top meme coins just for having a funded wallet. And as Murad says, they'll be making movies about what's to come. If you believe in that thesis, as I do, well, you probably want to get some money loaded up into Archie because that's how you're going to be buying and selling these meme coins as they roll into the market. Thanks for watching. See you in the next vid.